We'll show you some of those big moments a little bit later on, but important to put this into context in terms of, well, not just the race for the top four, but also the race for 7th and European football next season. But let's start by concentrating on the top four, because otherwise we're going to get ourselves in a numerical mess here. So Leicester can get a maximum of 72 points, Chelsea a maximum of 70. However, they can't both get their maximum because they play each other in the next Premier League game. West Ham can get 67, Liverpool can get 69. And if we take it to there in terms of the top four, because then it's 65, 61 and 67 potentially for Everton as well. If we look at the upcoming fixtures that these teams have, you can see that Chelsea and Leicester have still got to play each other in this one. Now that means that if Leicester win, Chelsea could only get 67. If Chelsea win, Leicester could only get 69. If there's a draw, Leicester could get 70 and Chelsea could get 68.
Yeah.
Right. So this is where things stand at the moment. But it's almost, this season particularly, it's almost impossible to predict. Of course, it could all change tomorrow. Liverpool play Manchester United at Old Trafford.
If Liverpool win tomorrow, the rest of the games, I think Burnley have been in really good form. But you'd look at those and they can get maximum points from there. And it might actually make them favourites to get one of sneak into one of those top four.
There's not much in it in terms of goal difference.
No, but we're basing it as well, Kelly, on predicting results. This time of the season, it's so unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen, who's going to get results. But it's a brilliant night for Leicester. It's a brilliant night for Liverpool. It's a brilliant night for West Ham. They'll still believe now they've got a chance, because I think we all based it on the fact that Chelsea would get 3 points today. So it's blown it wide open. Tomorrow, Liverpool got such a big game. If they can get 3 points tomorrow, you start to believe that they can actually do it.
The other thing we should remember is that the last 2 Premier League fixtures of the season will be played in front of fans. There'll be an away game for everybody and there will be a home game for everybody.
Yeah, hopefully that atmosphere, will give that little bit of enjoyment, one to the players, but that little spark, which for sure these players have missed. But talking about who could do it, Liverpool is a big game tomorrow. So it's easy for us to sit here now and say, if, what's, buts, but, Liverpool got to take care of their own business. Chelsea have, dropped points today. They would be very disappointed with that, because I think if they would have won today, it would have put them in a great position.
Definitely. Yeah. And I think going into that cup final as well, everything was just so calm for them, and all of a sudden now they put themselves under a little bit of pressure they didn't need. So it just changes everything.
It does just change everything. Like you say, it was a good night for the teams who are chasing Champions League football. We should really include Everton in that, because they can get to the same number of points as West Ham if they win all their remaining fixtures. But equally, it was a really good night for Arsenal in what hasn't been a season of many good nights.
No, but I think Ashley and I touched on it at the start of the show. We didn't know. You never know what's going to happen with Arsenal. They are capable. They've done a double on Chelsea this season now. There are some performances where you think that, they look okay, and then they'll let you down next week. And it must be frustrating for the manager. I mean, you're not basing it on Arsenal that we know from many years ago when you see how much football. I mean, Aubameyang's ended up playing most of his football in the final third of his own half. He's not doing anything with any, he's not getting any ball. You can see his frustration when he come off. I don't like how he reacted, because his team is still winning 1-0. But it's not an easy watch. But they ground out a result, and it does take time, and you have to build results and get. But the performances are not good enough for Arsenal's point of view. But I feel bad, sadly, because they've just picked up a vital 3 points and they had to hang in there.